The sky may not be falling, but it's looking very dark for Toronto FC. A bad season got worse Wednesday in a 4-3 midweek loss at modest Minnesota. And it doesn't get any easier Saturday when Toronto, 4-1-0-3, visits Sporting Kansas City, which is 6-1-2 at home. Toronto FC midfielder Michael Bradley says the team needs between 30 and 35 points from its final 17 fixtures to make the MLS Cup playoffs, but only 2 teams in the league are averaging 2 points per game. Frank Gunn, the Canadian press, the reigning MLS champions have never won at Children's Mercy Park in 7 tries, 6-1, with their lone win in Kansas City coming in March 2009 at Community America Ballpark. Kansas City, 9-4-5, has not lost at home in 4 months, since its season opener March 4, a 2-0 defeat at the hands of New York City FC. And SKC is riding an 8-game undefeated streak against Toronto that dates back to the 2013 season. Read more. Article continued below. Belgium reaches World Cup semi-finals after defeating Brazil 2-1. France bounces past Uruguay into World Cup semi-finals. England brimming with confidence ahead of quarter-final with Sweden, but Southgate still cautious. Croatia aims to escape 20-year World Cup shadow by beating Russia. Quintero's hat-trick powers Minnesota over Toronto FC. The numbers are all bad for Toronto, which is playing its 3rd game this week. Greg Vanney's team has lost 3 in a row for the first time since September 2015, is winless in 4-0-3-1, has just 1 victory in its last 7 matches, 1-4-2, and has picked up just 8 points of the last 30 on offer, 2-6-2. Article continued below. There's no possible way to sugarcoat anything so far in the league. It's just been bad, plain and simple, Captain Michael Bradley said after the loss in Minnesota, but this is also a league where every year there's a team or two that start poorly and just when everybody thinks that they're done, find a way to regroup and put some results together. And before you know it, they've turned the tables a little bit. That's what we're going to try to do. Very simple. At the halfway point last season, Toronto was the 5th of February, 20 points ahead of its position this season. It's a measure of what a remarkable 2017 campaign TFC had that the team posted a very similar the 4th of March 10 mark in the second half. Bradley estimates his team will have to win at a similar clip to climb back into the playoff picture this year. The reality is we've played 17 games, we have 15 points. We have another 17 games, and these next 17 games we're going to need 30 points, 35 points, somewhere between 30 and 35 points. Only Atlanta United 2.0 and FC Dallas 2.06 are averaging 2 or more points a game this season. The 538 website gives TFC a 26% chance to make the playoffs. At the midway point, Toronto has conceded 34 goals, just 3 less than it did all of last season. 10 of those goals have come in the first 15 minutes of a game, a league worst. The frustrating part is just that in so many of these games, we've not even given ourselves a chance, said Bradley. We start the game down 1-0, 2-0 on too many days. You have to be able to play from behind in moments, but we've had to do it way too often this year. Toronto's record when allowing the first goal is 0-9-1. Kansas City, also playing its 3rd game in a week, is coming off losses at Montreal 2-0 and Real Salt Lake 4-2. SKC will be without Hungarian international forward Daniel Saloy, its leading scorer with 6 goals, and midfielder Roger Espinoza, one of the team's designated players, both suspended after being sent off in Utah. Toronto, 4-1-0-3, at Sporting Kansas City, 9-4-5, Saturday, Children's Mercy Park Road woes. Toronto is 1-6-1 on the road this season. How bad is it? Only DC United, 2-7-5, and San Jose, 2-9-6, have fewer points than Toronto in the 23-team league. Atlanta and LAFC have scored more points on the road than Toronto has in total. TFC debut. Homegrown forward Ayo Akinola made his senior team debut off the bench on Wednesday in Minnesota. The 18-year-old from Brampton, ONT, became the 30th Toronto player to see action in the league this season. The club used 26 players last year.